Install a VCR. VCRs, back in the day, were the premier video players in the market that used VHS tapes to play various videos, whether commercially produced or homemade movies. Today, DVD players are the standard devices for this. However, not everyone has converted his old VHS tapes into DVD yet. If you are one of these people still holding on to your vintage videos and want to be able to view them anytime, you can do it by simply purchasing a VCR and installing it to your TV set. Yes, VCRs are still being manufactured today. You can buy some that are brand new. Worst case, you can buy a second-hand unit on eBay and the like. In any case, once you have a VCR to use, here are the steps in installing it to your TV. Determine the type of connections of your VCR. Traditionally, VCRs are connected via thick coax cables that you can screw on the back of the VCR and the other end onto the TV. At the same time, if you have a cable TV connection using a coax cable, you can use the VCR as a relay device for that connection. However, a lot of the newer models feature an easier installation process because of the use of 3 RCA jacks sporting 1 video and 2 audio connectors. Check your VCR to see what type of connections you have, as the installation process will differ with both types. Install the VCR via coax cable. If your VCR sports the traditional coax cable connection, then you will see 2 coax cable screw-on ports at the back of the VCR. One will be labeled as in while the other labeled out. Get the coax cable that came with the VCR and screw it onto the coax cable port labeled out. The other end of that cable should be screwed on at the coax cable port at the back of the TV. If there is a coax cable for the cable TV installed into that particular port, then remove it and replace it with the one coming from your VCR. Once that is in place, get the coax cable from your cable TV connection and plug that into the port at the back of the VCR labeled in. Once all the cables are set, consult the manual of the VCR and turn the TV and VCR on. Set the TV to channels 3 or 4 depending on what the manual instructs you to do. Insert the tape and play. If the picture comes out, then you have successfully installed the VCR. Install the VCR via RCA jacks. If your VCR uses RCA cables to plug into the TV, then know that the installation is easy. There will be 3 jacks available with the cables, one colored yellow for the video, and 2 colored red and white for the audio. Plug these into the back of the VCR labeled audio and video out. Match the colors of the jacks with the colors of the port. Once that is done, connect the other end of the cables to the RCA ports on the TV labeled video and audio in. Again, match the colors of the ports to the cables. Once that is done, turn the TV and VCR on and select either video 1 or 2 depending on where you plugged the cables on the TV. Insert a tape into the VCR and play. If the picture comes out crystal clear, then your job is done. There you have it. The 2 easy ways to install your VCR. You can now enjoy your vintage videotapes anytime you feel like walking down memory lane.